Welcome back. Today we'll be having our first look at HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. The hypertext part refers to the fact that websites are made up of images, videos, and other media. And we'll see in a short while what the markup part means. So let's create our first HTML file. I'm going to begin by opening a folder. I've already got this empty folder called Part 3. And inside here, I'm going to create a new file. And I'll just call it index.html. And let's just type Web Development 101. We can see that this file hasn't been saved. That's why the little dot is here. Just a quick reminder that you need to save this file, or you need to configure VS Code to automatically save after each edit. I'm going to just bring this up halfway here, and I will bring in Finder. I'll navigate to the same file, and here we have it. This index.html is the same file that I created in VS Code. And because I have given it an extension of .html, the operating system knows that when I open this file, it should use a browser to open it. So when I double click this, we can see there that it's opened it in Chrome, and we can see the text there. So what's happened here is that I've typed some text in here, saved it, and then opened that same file in the browser, and the browser has done its best to represent that content visually within its window. And you can see if I type a bit more, there we go. And if I save this, and now when I refresh the browser, we can see the new text as it has appeared below. And I guess what's kind of surprising is that the browser has put this all into one line and not respected the new line characters that we have here. That's because what we've written here is plain text. It's not HTML. We need to start using the markup language that is a part of HTML so the browser can understand what these different lines are. So I would say this top section here is actually what we intend to be the header of the page. So what I can start to do is use the HTML markup to help the browser understand that this is the title, and to do that we use HTML elements. The elements are made up of a starting tag and an end tag with the content in the middle. So in order to tell the browser that this first line is a header, what I do is I create an opening tag. In this case it's called header 1 because we want this to be the primary header on the page. What I've just written is the opening tag, and then to create an actual HTML element we need the opening tag and the closing tag. The closing tag is similar to the opening tag. There's just a / before the name of the tag. So here we have the opening tag, here is the closing tag, and in the middle we have the content. This bottom line here is just a paragraph, and the way we mark that up is with a P tag, P being short for paragraph. Now when I save this and refresh the browser, we can see here that the browser has rendered this document a bit differently. The header is now shown with larger font, and here we have the paragraph. So this styling that we see here, we ourselves haven't supplied any kind of styling. The browser is just using its default styles. So even this black color, that is what the browser uses when you don't provide any styling. And we will see how to add our own styling in the next video. So let's add another line to our document here. I'm going to add another paragraph. So I can create the open and closing tag, and now the content. HTML is used to add content and meaning to a page. The content is obviously what we can see on the page, which is essentially the contents of the tags. And then as far as the meaning goes, you can see here that we've used the HTML tags to say that this is a paragraph, and over here is the header of the page. When we see the content go down to a new line here, it's not because of how it's been written here. I can actually put these two on the same line if I wanted to, and because they are two separate paragraph tags, you'll see when I refresh here, they remain on separate lines, and that's because of the tags. So in HTML, what they call the white space, the space between characters, is actually ignored, and the tags control what's on a new line. So I can get rid of these extra lines, and we can refresh, and we can see here that we have still got the same view. This is the beginning of an HTML document, but as it stands now, it's not really a valid HTML document. There's a few key elements you need in order to create a valid HTML document. So what we need to do is start off with something called a doc type. Technically, a doc type is not an HTML tag. It's a bit of information that we use to tell the browser what version of HTML our document is. And using this doc type as is with just HTML on the end here lets the browser know that this document we're creating is conforming to the HTML5 spec. HTML5 is the latest version of the HTML spec. Next up, we need to start our actual HTML document, and we do that with an HTML tag. And I can just type here HTML and push tab, and that will create the opening and closing tag for me. So everything and including these tags is where the HTML document is. Another section I need is the body section. The body section contains all the content that is visible to a user. So I need to move this content from here into the body. And I will just align this so that the children are indented from the parents. It just makes it it doesn't affect the visual representation, but it makes it easier for us to read what's happening. And if I refresh the browser now, you can see it visually changed ever so slightly. And what we have here now is a HTML document. And there's one other tag that we need, which is the head section. And what we're putting here is additional information that the browser can use to render this page. For instance, we can add a title tag. And what we can put in here is the name of this page. And if I save this, when I refresh the browser, you'll see that the name in the tab will change to reflect what we have here. There we go. Now we have a valid HTML document, and in the next video we'll see how we can use CSS to style these elements. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.